In this lesson, we're going to cover the command grep. Now, grep is an extremely useful command and it comes in handy lots and lots of times, and it is mainly used to filter out text from files or from other outputs. To show you what I mean, let's head over to the terminal and take an example. So I'm currently in /home/Ibrahim/documents, and I have a couple of files here, and this file right here, data, is the one we're going to use. So if I cat data, you're going to see that it's a normal text file with a couple of sentences. Now, it is to note here that data is not written data.txt, and you have to keep in mind that when talking about a Linux command line interface, or any command line interface for that matter, it doesn't really make a difference if you write a file .txt or if you write a file with no extension at all, because for the command line interface, it's not going to differentiate between one file and the other based on the extension you've written, but rather the extension here is just for your own eyes so you can know what type of file that is. So back to our example, let's say I want to search through this data file for a specific word or for a specific string. Now for that, I'm going to use the command grep. So you would simply write grep, and then you can open up double quotes and write what you're looking for. So let's say, for example, I'm looking for the word this. So if I just write this, and then I'll give it the name of the file to look in, data. Now if I hit enter, I'm going to find that it printed out the lines that have this in it. And if you notice, it did not print out the last line because it is case sensitive actually. So I can repeat the same command with the -I option, for example, to ignore the case sensitivity. So in this example, it's going to print out the last line. If I remove this -I and let's print out for the word this, all uppercase, you're going to find that it prints out only the last line containing that matched string. Now there's another option you can use as well, which is the -V option. What the -V does is it prints out everything but that line. So in our case, it prints out the first 3 lines and it excludes the last line, which includes our result. There's also a famous option which is the -O option, and what the -O option mainly does is it prints out only the matched string or the matched text that we're looking for and not the entire line. You can also use the -C option, and what the -C option does is it counts the occurrences. So I can do, for example, -C and I, so I'm ignoring case sensitivity and I want to count how many occurrences of the word this, and you're going to find that we have 3. So grep is really useful when you want to filter out a certain text from an output or from a file, or if you want to search through a file for a certain string or text. Now, grep can also work by taking an input from the output of another command, which is exactly what we're going to see in the next lesson in the output redirection.